What if you could sell a low ticket digital offer while you're at the splash pad or soaking in the summer sun with just one afternoon of prep? Sound too good to be true? Stick around because I'm breaking it all the way down when we return. Hello, and welcome back to the Making of a Mompreneur show. So, by now, you've probably heard me talk about showing up without showing up and keeping your business visible even while you're resting, vacationing, or simply living life fabulously. You don't need a big launch, you don't need a massive funnel, you just need a tiny offer with a mighty strategy. In this episode, I'm walking you through how to create, launch, and lightly promote a low ticket digital product that can bring in sales while you go live your life. So, if you've ever said, I need something simple that sells, then this one is for you. Hello, if this is your first time joining us, my name is Rasheeda Green. I am the founder and CEO of Get Coaching, the host of the wonderful Mompreneur HQ Facebook community, and the creator of the Digimompreneur Academy, where we help moms who are determined to find time, money, and location freedom to start, grow, and scale online businesses so that they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. And we do that through content, community, and courses, and of course, the Digimompreneur Academy. If you are joining us live, go ahead and put hashtag live in the comment field and let us know where you are tuning in from. So it would look like hashtag live North Carolina or NC or NY or OH, right? Let us know where you are tuning in from. And if you're watching the replay, do the same thing, set hashtag replay. Of course, we would love for you to go ahead and subscribe, share this episode entitled Mini But Mighty: How to Launch a Tiny Offer While You're Out Living Life. All right. So if you are ready, drop a hashtag ready in the comment field and let's get started. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you have your pen, paper, or digital device so that you can take some good notes because I'm really going to be breaking this process down. And we're going to start with what is a tiny offer and why they work so well in summer. Why? Because this is a low lift, high impact situation we're dealing with. So when we look at what exactly a tiny offer is, we'll say that it is a low cost, easy to digest digital product. Now, this is something usually between, I don't know, let's just say under $97, and that solves a specific problem fast. I want you to think something like a checklist, a template bundle, a 5-day challenge, a mini email course, or a done for you workbook. And why these are so great for the summertime, because you can build it in one afternoon, especially with AI. It doesn't require a full sales page or webinar, and moms are busy and distracted. So tiny offers match that energy, and it introduces new leads to your value with no pressure. Okay. It isn't about getting rich quick. It's about creating a revenue stream that you don't have to babysit. Think autopilot. All right. So when we're talking about these tiny offers, we're talking about things that are quick, that can be produced in a short amount of time, and that you don't really have to build up the hype for necessarily. But we can, right? Depending on what your goals are. Now, how to build a tiny offer in one weekend. Yes, I'm saying one weekend because we're moms, we have busy schedules. But at the end of the day, guess what, sis? You can really do this in minutes with AI. But if you decide this is something you want to do for yourself, most certainly you can, and it can be done pretty quickly. You want to make it quick, you want to make it clear, and you want to make it click. Okay. And we're talking about those clips, those open rates, those clicks, those buys, those so that you can hear that bell from your payment processor, whether it be Stripe or PayPal. You want to be able to hear those clicks. All right. So, starting from the beginning, step one, ask yourself, what is one small win my audience wants this summer? For example, I want to grow my email list. I need 30 days of content ideas. I want a lead magnet template. These are things that your audience may be thinking about that you want to also ask yourself. What does my audience want? Okay? Then we say that step 2 is when we think about the format that we want to deliver. What's the fastest way to deliver this win? We listed a couple of different things for the type of problem that you want to solve. The format can also be in various ways, such as a PDF guide. It can be a Canva template. It can even be an audio training. Think about that, something that you can record your voice and actually sell it. It can also be a Google Doc swipe file, something very basic, not a lot of hoopla, right? You draw it up on Google Doc and you share it. It can even be an email drip course. And when I say email drip course, it basically means a course that you drip. You ever had that faucet dripping in your bathroom and it just irks my nerve because I got sensitive ears, but I can hear it. Like if I'm laying down sleeping, I'm like, who left the water dripping? Anyway, so drip, 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 meaning it's on a scheduled release, so to speak. It's not easy, it's not accessible all at once. So a course where you just drop it in their inbox and they get it, that's just a course that you drop in your inbox. But if you do an email drip of a course, that means they're going to get it at regular intervals, whether it be on a daily or once a week or once a month. It is something that they're going to get. Now, mind you, I did use the example of once a month, but we're talking about for summertime. So we may not want to have it drip out that long, right? Our moms have our busy schedules. And even if a drip course is something that they're interested in, they probably would forget about it if you dripped it once per month. So don't do that. But email drip course is something that can be done easily, and mapped out in a way that they get these information on autopilot without you necessarily having to be involved. So you want whatever format that you choose, you want to keep it focused. You want it to have one problem to solve, one promise that you give, and one delivery method. Okay. So we talked about what problem that you're looking to solve. We talked about the format that you want to possibly deliver. And then we want to talk about creating a simple sales flow. So you do not need a funnel team. Okay. You do not need a fancy tech. Now, we talked about Google Drives, Google Files, right? We talked about emails. So these are things that are very simple to put together. So, what I'm going to share with you is a minimum viable sales setup. Now, you can use Canva or Notion to design your offer. Very basic, very simple. If you're going to use Canva templates, you can use Canva. If you want to do Notion checklists, or actually, you can use Notion for so many things. So if you want to use Notion, you can use that, planners, journals, all that through Notion. Anyway, what you want to do next is create a checkout page. Now, you can use things like Thrive Card, Stand Store, which has become very popular, and even Shopify or others. But whatever it is, you need something for them to be able to sign up and grab and pay for your product, your easy, tiny product that you're working with, your mini product. Then you want to have a short thank you email with instant delivery. So, thank you for your purchase. Here's your item. Whether it's going to be a link to Canva or a link to Notion files or a link to a Google Drive file that you made sure that you allowed them to copy. It is not the original link and it's not a restricted link. It is a link that they can copy. All right. So it would be view, or for me, I put copy, replace the word edit at the end of the link with copy. So it automatically goes to a copy page. You have to copy this page message from Google. Okay. So you can do that. Either way, it's going to be a link, something that you can deliver, even if it's audio. You can save the audio file to a Google Drive or whatever audio platform that you're using to record may allow you to do links, share links as well. So you're going to have a link. Do you hear how simple this is? Okay. You're going to choose to solve one problem. You're going to have a platform that you're going to use to promote this, to pick up this, to create the opportunity for people to get your item. And then you're going to actually show up with the product in an email. Very simple flow. Remember, I said you don't need a funnel team. You don't need a tech team to do this. Very basic. So you're adding your short thank you email with instant delivery so they get it right away. And then you can actually create 3 promo posts. Now, that could be your carousel, your reel, your IG story, your YouTube short. It could be Facebook posts, any of those stories. You can do any of those things to actually promote your item, and boom, you're live. That's it. It's not very complicated at all. You get to be on vacation and promote this thing with automation and still get paid while you're beachside. This is the basic of. Do you see why I like digital products? It is so basic, and you can really just make money simply by creating a document in minutes to hours to afternoons, and then sell that product online. Now, since we're talking about selling, how to sell without selling this summer. So we talked about visibility, how to show up without showing up. Now we're talking about how to sell without selling this summer. All right. And the way we do that is with light touch and strong sales. So you've got this offer. Now let's move it gently. Here are your lazy launch promo ideas that still convert. First, the easiest and one that we all have access to: social media. Social media. Now, what you can do is pin a carousel post highlighting the before and after results of your tiny offer. So if you're saying before the tiny offer, okay, the problem is that they don't have time for anything. And so your product comes in, which is a productivity checklist. These are examples, don't hold me to it. And after they've experienced this productivity checklist, now they found that they actually have more time in their day because they were able to identify what was going on in their day that was the time wasters. So you can do a carousel post showing highlighting the before and after result of your tiny offer. You can also use a timed IG story, right? These stories can expire. So you can say only $17 for the next 48 hours, right? Now, mind you, you're scheduling this out, you're still on the beach, but you're giving folks 48 hours to get your quick, tiny offer, mini offer in your timed story. Now, it may be something you created just for this particular experience, just for this particular summer campaign. But if it's not, you can definitely share testimonials or screenshots, even from beta testers, or even yourself using the product and what you gained from using the product for yourself. So that takes care of social media. So many things you could do with that. Then, of course, email. If you already have an email list, you can send a 3-part soft launch sequence. And that is basically giving them a story, right? You start with a story, tell them talk about the problem. Yes, this is a problem. Productivity is an issue. I can't believe it. That this is 78% of women find that they are not productive or whatever. Don't hold me to this. This is just me giving a live example. And so that's a problem. Then your second email you would follow up and saying, hey, that's a problem, but this is what I have as my offer. I'm introducing to you this offer that I think will help you, or I know would help you if you were to follow this checklist or purchase this item to help you create more time. Now, mind you, when you do the solution, of course, you're talking about the benefits and the pros and things like that too. And also, you maybe even want to think about what their life will be if they don't use your product, right? So, we're talking about the solution, something very simple that you can put together regarding your particular product. Then, lastly, you could also do a testimonial or a tip. So, we talked about it before. You can use your own testimony from how identifying your time wasters so that you can be more productive. You can talk about a testimonial from a beta tester or someone who's used the previous your products previously, or you can just give a tip about how productivity, give them a productivity tip to help them to be able to get more time out of their day. Then, of course, you can always follow up with bonus value, whether that be an additional tip, strategy, or document, or what do we call them, content upgrades. So those things that are relevant to what topic that you're already talking about, and then sharing an additional product for that. These that's basically it. If you're familiar with email, we call them email sequences or campaigns. In this case, this is an email sequence with just 3 emails, y'all. It's not difficult. And again, with ChatGPT and other models like it, you can do this pretty quickly. All right. Next, I would say reuse visibility content. We talked about visibility previously when we showed you how to show up without showing up. Guess what? You can add your tiny offer link to your summer content. So, whatever you have lined up for the summer already that you may have already thought about, decided on, put it in your Trello board or Notion planner, add this link, this new product you've just created, or this summer product that you, tiny product that you created, put that link in your summer content. So when we say in your summer content, that could be your pre-planned social media posts, blogs, audio, podcasts, whatever it is that you've already scheduled for your summer content, go ahead and drop that link. You can include it in your bio. We have bio on social media. You can be in your email footer. So you're sending out emails anyway, whether like me, I send the free up newsletter on a weekly basis every Friday. So it's the Friday free up is what I call it. In the Friday free up, if I have this, I could drop it in my email footer to say, hey, this is the summer link of this product that I've created. Or you can go ahead and set up automated DMs. Like I have the Accelerate program, but you may have ManyChat or some other version of product that you can do automated messages in Instagram. So, however you choose to do it, you can add your link there. Some people have Linktree and link in bios that you can actually put your link in there. You can actually mention it casually in some type of behind the scenes or vacation post that you may want to do. And you can even note for fun, by the way, I set this up before I left, right? If that's something that you want to do, or if you want to continue to be like, you don't even know I'm missing because you set up your automated systems for the summer while you were away on vacation, which we talked about in Show Up Without Showing Up, right? So you can even do the behind the scenes and share that. You want to remember that visibility doesn't just mean being seen, it means being discoverable. So your tiny offer becomes the easiest on ramp for new buyers to start trusting and buying from you. We definitely want to hope that you are able to get something from this lineup, because basically we're talking about mini but mighty, how to launch a tiny offer while you're out living life. We went through what a tiny offer is, why they work so well in the summertime, how to build a tiny offer in one weekend or a few minutes or a few hours, and how to sell without selling this summer. And so here's the real talk, mother, mama, girlfriend. You don't need a giant launch. Now, I gave you this for the summer, but think about it. You can really do this at any time. You do not have to wait. You don't need to build a 10 module course. You need something simple and specific that can make sales even while you rest. So, that having been said, I want to give you an action step. Go ahead and download my tiny offer builder checklist. It walks you through my exact method of picking, packaging, and posting your first tiny offer, even if you're short on time. Hey, if you want, go ahead and DM me the word tiny, and I'll send it straight to your inbox. All right. If you have gotten anything from this episode, I want you to put down hashtag in the comments, hashtag nugget, and tell me what it was that really piqued your interest and got you motivated to want to create your own tiny offer. Because as I mentioned, this is not something just for summer. You can actually do this at any time with your tiny offer. And I want to just let you know that this is somewhat of a sneak peek to what we have in store for our Digimompreneur Get Right Coaching and Mompreneur HQ community. So, again, if this is something you're interested in, let us know that. Of course, you can go ahead and subscribe and share this episode if you know someone who is also thinking about how they can make money without investing a whole bunch of time to creating the product, making the product, selling the product, marketing the product. This tiny offer blueprint we just went over is very basic, very simple. You can do it yourself using this episode. Go ahead and save it and share and come back and replay it. If you really want to get your notebook and really dive into what I just said, we do want to make sure that every episode that we create at the Mompreneur HQ is one that people can benefit from. And if you're benefiting from this episode, make sure you share it. Make sure you let us know so that we can continue to create more like it. So, we're the Digimompreneur, and we have the Digimompreneur Academy where you can actually use our products to make sure that you have the social media graphics that you need, make sure that you have captions, a calendar for 2025. We have a content calendar that you can use to create content for your own platforms. We also have learning lab, which where we create learning opportunities, whether it be a course, it could be digital, video. We have all these courses available to those who are interested in building online businesses. And we also have, in addition to the Learning Lab, an opportunity for you to get a hold of our playbooks. Our playbooks are digital planners that help you through an entire business product. So, not business product, but a business channel. So, if you want to create your own YouTube channel, for instance, you can use our live stream. You can use our YouTube planner. We have a YouTube planner. We have content on creating your own live stream series. We have content for using ChatGPT. And not only do we have a video training on tutorial on ChatGPT and how you can use it, as well as Canva and how you can use it. We also have these in playbook format. We all, in addition to learning by video tutorial, you can also learn by playbooks, which is, as I mentioned, the planners. You can also get into the learning lab where we do video training and not specifically tutorials. So the tutorials actually show you the, what do you call it? The screen share. They're screen share tutorials versus the learning lab is more of workshops. So you're looking at PowerPoint presentations and so forth. But we have this Digimompreneur Academy is loaded with products and training, and it really does allow you to help build your online business. So if you like me were interested in digital products and just didn't know where to start, go ahead, because the Mom Business Blueprint is also in the Digimompreneur Academy, and it walks you through all of the steps, starting with why do you want to do this? And then actually moving you through creating top products, marketing your products, scaling your products, and even has a whole bonus section on how to manage being a mom and a business owner. So go ahead and check out the Digimompreneur Academy. It is all of $9 per month, and it is packed with an education unmatched. All right. And as I mentioned, we're talking about mini but mighty, how to launch a tiny offer while you're out living life. We talked about it as a summer option, but guess what? You can do it at any time. And if you keep post and if you subscribe, you'll be aware of the next episodes that we have, but you'll also be able to hear when we drop our product to help you, our coaching program to help you create your own products online. So make sure you stay tuned. Until next time.